Right. Wasn't planning on making a video today, but I saw this last night because it's when it was released. Um, this just proves the state of the gaming industry. It really does. It proves the state of the gaming industry. It's not really a surprise at this point. Um, of course, straight away you have the Sony fanboys defending this. They are going to charge 70 for this, I guarantee you. Don't know whether it's digital only or there's going to be a disc version in the future, but either way, don't really matter because even digital, they charge 70 for it there. And these Sony fanboys will love it. Now, I talked out against the Last of Us Part 1 and how that was nothing but a scam, because it was. What I find funny with this is everyone had a problem with Rockstar Games doing this. Or Rockstar Games has released the same game about 4 times over the past 10 years. So has The Last of Us. So has the music industry. They've released the same albums over and over again. But this is what I said. This is what you got to understand about the gaming industry when it comes to Sony and when it comes to these Sony fanboys. That, oh, we'll happily give money. Now, I don't see the point of this. I really don't. People are like, oh, if you don't want to pay $70 for it, just pay $10. Why should I? One, Last of Us Part 2. 60 frames per second. So literally, you're paying for nothing. You're paying for nothing. This is a scam. Basically, for all the digital gamers out there, once patch 108 for The Last of Us Part 2 is installed on your PS5, this is basically if you own the PS4 version of The Last of Us Part 2, which I do, you will find a toggle in the display options that allow you to choose between frame rate target of 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. That was in 2021. So tell me, what you're really getting with this Last of Us Part 2 Remastered? Nothing. Already has 60 frames per second. Oh, wow. It's an uncapped frame rate. 4K. As far as I know, the game already runs at that. There's no such thing as 4K on the PlayStation 5 anyway. It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. 4K is only possible on a PC. That's a fact. That is a literal fact. Consoles cannot handle proper 4K. They're not powerful enough. Even a 2090, 2080 can't run at 4K. That's what's in a PlayStation 5, like a 2090 or 2080 graphics card. So, 4K doesn't exist on a PS5. It's an illusion. It's a fake 4K, that's what it is. But the reason this is a rip-off and a scam is because, as you can clearly see, it already has a 60 frames per second update. So they basically pay $10. You basically get, wow, 120 frames per second probably. 4K. Still looks like the same game though. They're like, oh, it's graphical improvements. No, it's not. Now, if this was a remake, be different, wouldn't it? No, it's just a remaster of a 2020 game. But again, state of the industry and what it's in. You wonder why there's no new games released. It's because you keep buying garbage like this. It's a joke, man. Now I own The Last of Us Part 1. Now, I didn't pay full price for it because I'm not going to pay 70 for a game that came out a decade ago. I waited it for drop in price. I got it for cheap. And the only reason why that was acceptable, because the original, as far as I know, the original Last of Us did not have a 60 frames per second, and it didn't run at 1080p or 4K, well, so-called 4K. So there was a reason to buy it. There's no reason. There's no reason. It looks exactly the same as the PS4 version. It's not a remake. It's just a remaster. And then again, in a year, they'll bring it out again. They'll bring the same game out again. They'll say, hey, Last of Us Part 2, remake, $70 again. What a joke, man. This is the state of the industry. They're just re-releasing the same game over and over again. Because again, these Sony fanboys, they'll happily waste money. Imagine paying $70 and you get nothing for it. There's no massive graphics upgrade. I've seen the graphics, they're pathetic. They really are. Pathetic. The game already looked good anyway. Yeah, because it's a movie game. You look at the trailer. Look at the trailer. Basically 12 hours ago. You have to mute it, obviously. But again, 41k losers that like this, and 52k, they're the real gamers. These are the real gamers. These are the fake gamers, the Sony fanboys, right there. People are sick of this. They've had enough. This is the state of Sony. Does this look any different from the PlayStation 4 version of the game? No, it doesn't. It looks exactly the same. Trash. Absolute trash. I don't see any difference. I really don't. Now, they say this is the PS5. I highly doubt this. I highly doubt it looks like this. I mean, then again, the game looked already like that anyway. But it's not a remake. The graphics alone, this looks like a PS4 game. It honestly does. No massive graphic upgrades. You compare this to The Last of Us Part 1, and you'll see a massive graphics. They say it was built from the ground up. No, it wasn't. Trash, lies, garbage. Compare the graphics. Here's the PS5 version of The Last of Us. Basically, Part 1. Now compare it to this. Absolute scam. This is a PS4 game. They've not even bothered to upgrade it. This is for the PS5. Yeah, sure it is. Why does this game, The Last of Us Part 1, look way better than this garbage? Yeah, what does that say? They put no effort in. Again, another cash grab. That's all it is, another cash grab. Literally a garbage cash grab. They don't care anymore. They really don't. It's clearly just a PS4 game. Again, no 4K here. This doesn't even look like a PS5 game. It's just a PS4 game upscale. That's all it is. It's just a PS4 game. So that lazy that they couldn't even make a remake. This is an absolute scam. Why would I buy a 2020 game that has no graphics upgrade at all. Oh, but it looks better than the original. Don't care. Couldn't care less. It's a minor graphics upgrade. It's not groundbreaking. Again, this is why there was a reason to buy it. Look at the graphics, the massive graphics upgrade. This was worth buying. Not $70 though. No way. I got it for probably about 50, probably near that. I didn't pay 70 for it. No chance. Not happening. No chance. This you can actually see they bothered to make it from the ground up. Last of Us Part. This was a PS3 game. Then it was really remastered. I mean, the amount of times they've remastered these games, and yet people get on Rockstar Games like, "Oh, Rockstar Games is a scumbag company for re-releasing the same game." Oh, GTA 5 expanded and enhanced. There was no graphics upgrades or at all. Yet shillless. Tell me, what's the massive upgrade here? I don't see one. But I do see one with The Last of Us Part 1. Because they actually said, hey, we're going to remake the game from the ground up. We're going to remake. They built it from the ground up. They even said that. Last of Us Part 2, this is just a cash grab. Now, if it was built from the ground up and it looked like Last of Us Part 1, then yeah. But no, it doesn't. It's just, hey, we're going to release a remaster, and then a couple of years later, when out, say, like the PS6 or whatever, PS5 Pro comes out. Oh, Last of Us Part 2. Oh, we've now finally made a remake. 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second, 4K ray tracing. Oh, now we're going to charge you $80 for it. And you're going to buy it. What a joke, man. That's why I can't stand the industry anymore and the state of it. It's pathetic. As you can clearly see, the massive graphics jump. Massive graphics. Because as you can see here, that's what it looks like on PS4. As you can see there, massive graphics jump. You're not going to see that from there. You're not going to see this from Part 2. Didn't bother. Lazy. I'm sick and tired of this industry. I'm tired of it. I've had enough. I'm sick of these shills as well. They have killed this industry by buying this crap, constantly shilling garbage, and you wonder why this is continuously keep happening. You wonder why. Didn't even bother to do a remake. Didn't even bother. They just, hey, we're just gonna do a little minor graphics upgrade. It's not even a massive graphics upgrade. It's just like, oh, we're gonna upscale it a little bit. Trash. Absolute trash. Garbage. At least you can say with The Last of Us Part 1, they actually bothered. They actually bothered to build it from the ground up. Last of Us Part 2, we don't care. Utter trash. The state of this industry and these Sony fanboys and all these journalists and these retards on Twitter. Oh, this is awesome. There's no reason to complain about this. There's no reason to complain about it. It's $10. No, I'm not paying 10. I'm not doing it. Why would I? I can literally go now, grab the PS4 version of The Last of Us 2, well, 2, install the day one patch and install that update, and guess what? I can play the game at 60 frames per second and I didn't have to pay anything. So what are you really getting from this? Nothing. It just shows. It shows the state of the industry, and the industry is just full of fake gamers. Literally, they can just say to you, "Hey, we'll just give you a new game mode in the game." The mode's trash. It's like one of those little crappy horde modes that you'd see in like those indie games. Where you have a bunch of enemies on the screen. It's something you would see in an arcade. Basically, you shoot a bunch of enemies on the screen, wave and wave and wave of enemies until you die. It's trash. Absolute trash. And then you have the guitar. I didn't play the guitar in The Last of Us. I didn't care. I didn't sit there for hours playing songs. I did it once. That was it. But again, oh, there's a guitar in the game, huh? And of course you have IGN, the little shills that they are. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. I'm IGN. I gave the Yakuza franchise game, the new Yakuza game, 7 out of 10. I gave Starfield a 7 out of 10. But when it comes to Sony, I give it a 10 out of 10 and call it a masterpiece. This shows absolute garbage. This is absolute garbage. Because they are going to charge you 70 for this. That's just the fact. It's going to happen. I don't know if they've got a steel case. And from what I've read, I don't know if this is even going to be on other sites. Because what I read, I think it's only this here that's exclusive to the PlayStation website. Because if the disc version of this game is exclusive to the PlayStation website, they can kiss my ass. Seriously. I'm tired of that crap. They did it with the PlayStation 5. Oh, the only way you can buy the PlayStation 5 is you can buy it through our website. No. I buy my stuff from Amazon and eBay. That's where I buy my games from. If it's a scumbag company, I buy it from eBay. Then the money does not go to that company. But a joke, man. Again, I guarantee. And if this is just a steel case with a code inside of it for $70, then that proves even more the state of this industry. Because we had that with, oh, that's right, we had that with Starfield, wasn't it? Let's just release a disc version and you have to download the rest of the game. Yeah, don't make a disc then. Just a joke. I own both of these. I own The Last of Us. I used to own The Last of Us on PS3, got rid of it because, again, pointless to own it. I own The Last of Us Part. I own The Last of Us on PS4, the Game of the Year Edition 1, The Last of Us Part 1, and The Last of Us 2. Now, as I said, if The Last of Us Part 2 looked like Part 1, then yeah, maybe it'd say, wait for the price drop and buy it. No, it doesn't look like Part 1, so it's a scam. It's a scam, that's all it is. Should be free. Should if they're gonna not even bother putting any effort in, make it free. Make the thing free. I ain't paying $10. Not happening. And I don't buy digital games anyway. So games that don't have a disc, I don't buy. Simple as that. Trash. What a garbage, man. State of the industry. Doesn't even look like a PS5 game. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Garbage. I don't even know why that was the most boring part of Last of Us Part 2 was playing as Abby. Pointless. Just cut it out the game. Now, what they could have done for this version, they could have easily done DLC or something. No, let's just be lazy and just report it. Oh, but let's get on Rockstar because they released the Red Dead Redemption 1 on the PlayStation 5. Charge like nearly $60 for it. And let's bash Rockstar for doing exactly what the rest of the other companies have been doing for decades now. You know, it just shows the hypocrisy. Obviously, we all know what happens to Joel. He dies. Who cares? Who honestly cares? New outfits, trash, absolute trash. Who cares about these outfits? Who honestly cares? It's a scam. It still looks like a PS4 game. It really does. This still looks the same. Guitar free play. I don't care about guitar free play. If you do, then good for you. And then you have this stupid roguelike. Again, it still looks like a PS4 game. This is not a PS5 game. Remake it, then sell it. This is a scam. You can tell by the textures. Like the Red Dead Redemption game. You can tell the graphics with that. It was just upscaled to 4K. This is just a PS4 game upscaled to so-called 4K. This roguelike survival mode, who cares? Looks like trash. As I said, this is all it is just a wave of enemies running here. What's the purpose of this? What is the purpose? Should have been a because we all know you digital gamers out there. Should have just been a patch and should have been free. But no, let's charge people for something that's going to get boring within 5 minutes and have no purpose. Trash. To guess you fight bosses. Again, why not create DLC? Why not create a storyline for what was her name, Dana or whatever? Or why not have a DLC for Ellie or Abby? Basically, Abby before she grown up. Oh, that's right. Would rather spend our time adding garbage stuff that nobody cares about. Then maybe if they added a DLC, it would have been worth buying. But no. Lazy, just lazy. This mode sucks. It's gonna get boring after about 5 minutes. It really will. It looks exactly the same. Again, it looks the same. There's no difference. I can guarantee you this. We look at The Last of Us Part 2. Looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. Tired of this crap. Again, we all know about that, don't we? Diversity crap, woke garbage. This game's woke as well. We all know why. Well, yeah, look, it looks exactly the same. It's the same graphics. But oh, as you can clearly see, you can play at 4K 60 frames per second on the PS4 version. So what is the reason to buy this new version? There's no reason to. You're being scammed. You're literally being scammed. Because again, look at the graphics of Ellie and her face. It's the same as the PS4 version. It's exactly the damn same. Ellie and I forgot her name because I haven't played it that long. I think it's Dina. I haven't played it for that long. As I said, we all know why it's woke. We already explained that one. But yeah, look at the graphics. Tell me that this doesn't look exactly the same. There's the graphics of the original game on the PlayStation 4. Same graphics. Absolutely the same graphics. Trash. The same graphics. Not even. This is not a four. This is not a PS5 game. Scam. It's just a scam. But again, you Sony fanboys are fake gamers, aren't you? You're absolute fake gamers. And I already talked about this in a video that I have already exposed. The Last of Us talks about basically a female prophet and all that. It's just a woke game. Because that's all you're going to get from a Sony game is woke crap. So yeah, it looks exactly the same. Graphics look the same. To tell me they're going to charge you $70 for this. That's what they're going to do. Because it says you can pre-order it around December. So I guarantee as soon as that pre-order goes up, Sony fanboys would be like, "Oh yes, I'm gonna pre-order this day one. Pre-order it day one. Oh look at me, I'm a game reviewer. Oh, I get free copies from PlayStation. This game's a masterpiece. This game's a 10 out of 10. Spider-Man 2 PS5 was a masterpiece, even though it was riddled with woke garbage, and it was riddled with bugs and game-breaking bugs. But oh, I'm a game reviewer. I'm a shill for Sony. Spider-Man 2 PS5 was a masterpiece. I had no bugs playing this game. I had no bugs at all." What a joke. So honestly, tell me, what's the graphics upgrade here? I don't see one. I don't even see one. It's just a scam. This looks like a PS4 game still. All the textures is still the same. It still looks like a PS4 game. I can no doubt reinstall it on my PS5 and it will look exactly like this. So yeah, you got scammed. You're being scammed. But you love it, don't you? You love it. You love Neil Druckmann saying, "Oh, here's another remaster of The Last of Us. Let's keep selling the same game over and over again." Oh yes, thank you, Neil Druckmann. Thank you, Neil Druckmann, for giving me the same game over and over again. But oh, let's call Rockstar out for doing the same thing. Again, hypocrites. Trash. Absolute joke, man. It really is a joke. It's a joke, the state of the industry. Absolute joke. Both of them are movie games, to be honest. And as I said, with The Last of Us Part 1, there was a reason to buy that. Because the PS4 version didn't have 60 frames and it didn't have so-called 4K. And it was actually built from the ground up. So there was a reason to buy that. The price was the problem. They were charging 70 for a game that was released a decade ago. But Last of Us Part 2, it's just a complete and utter scam. There's no reason to buy it, none at all. It's not built from the ground up or anything like that. Pathetic. No, I don't. I don't even know what you were on about. I don't even know what that is. I only have one channel. And then I have a BitChute account. So I don't even know what you're on about. My voice doesn't even sound like other people's. I've had that in the past. People say that I sound like other people. It's Americans. They can't discern the difference between basically a Australian accent, a British accent, a Irish accent, a Scottish accent, just uneducated. I've had many people, but it is what it is. Many people have said that they can't. It's just funny when they can't even discern the difference between English and Australian. He and exactly, I don't play games on this channel, so I don't know where they got that information from. I really don't. Because if you look at my channel, I don't play video games on here, so I don't know where they got that from. But I expose video games. So yeah, the game's woke. Everyone loved this game. I made a video about it years ago. And we'll just prove to you all these games get 10 out of 10. The only good thing about Last of Us 2 was the combat. That was it. It was more combat than the first one. The first one was more story. So these games get shilled through the roof. It's beyond funny. 93. Of course, they have to throw shells up, don't they? So, got 93. Look at all these shells. This is what I said with these games. Any Sony you look at it, any Sony game literally gets praised through the roof. That's a fact. You look at Last of Us. There it is. An 88. By the again, why does it keep playing these shells? I don't know if it's a shell. I'm mad. Of course it's a shell. Doesn't surprise me. Gotta promote those shells, haven't you? Even the Last of Us TV show was trash. Some woke garbage. As you can see, anything PlayStation made gets a 93, a 95. Basically, oh, it's the best game ever made. No game on PlayStation can ever get a bad review. That's just a fact. Even Spider-Man woke too. You know why it comes up? That's nothing to do with Spider-Man. Makes no sense. Of course. There's only one game called Spider-Man 2 PS5, and you ain't even finding it. Trash. Site's garbage. Yeah, it's not even finding it. It doesn't even exist. Such a garbage site. Well, we all know the score that it got anyway. Got over a 90, something like that. And that game was woke as anything. Absolutely woke. Full of woke crap. And I have about 4 channels, but I don't use the rest of them. They just create as backups in case anything happens. And then, as I said, I have a BitChute account. That's all you're going to find. Anybody else that has another account claiming to be me, it isn't me. It honestly isn't. All my links to my accounts are in my About Me section. So if it's not there, it's not me. They're the only accounts that I own. So yeah, as you can see, it's stupid. And that's what I said. They have to put remastered because they can't call this a remake. Why even bother releasing it then? The game looks the same. It looks exactly the same. There's no massive graphics upgrades. It's just a fact. That's all it is. It's a fact. Hmm. As you can see, compare it to part one, as I showed a few minutes ago. Which is more better? This is Ellie. This is actually gameplay footage. This is Ellie, and we'll blow this image up. That's Ellie in Last of Us Part 1. Look at the detail on the hair, the breath coming out because she's cold, the tears in the eyes, the snow in her hair, the snow all over the coat and everything. And then you go back to this. To say, it literally, it isn't a remake. It's not a remake. And this is a cutscene anyway, so that doesn't count. This is a cutscene. Same as that as a cutscene, but it still looks the same as the PlayStation 4. Gameplay looks the same, no difference. No different whatsoever, just upscaled a bit. Trash. Absolute trash. Now, if they charge about, like $20 for this on the disc, then maybe. But no, I'm sick and tired of it. Charging $60 for an old game that's been ported multiple times now. It's a scam. And this is why you keep getting games like the Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, riddled with microtransactions, garbage like that, is because you continue to support crap like this. If nobody bought these so-called remasters, maybe Neil Druckmann would be like, oh, maybe I should move on to Last of Us Part 3. Again, there's a so-called this is going to kill the franchise. This garbage, so-called live service crap. Who cares? If this actually happened, it'd be dead within about probably a year. Nobody care. Nobody wants on this live service garbage. Nobody wants it. Nobody asks for it. Nobody cares, and nobody wants it. This is what this industry doesn't get through its head. No one wants online gaming. Single player. You compare online gaming to single player. Do you see people like, oh, most gamers just play single player games once and then move on? That's if a game's trash. If a game's trash, yeah, you'll only play it once. Me, I played GTA 4 multiple times because it's a good game. Heavy Rain, played the game multiple times because it's a great game. The Walking Dead, Telltale game, great game. Played it multiple times. I bought it on the PS Vita, bought it on the PS3, bought it on the PlayStation 4. I even bought the game of the, I think the complete game of the year one. where it had all the DLC and everything on the disc. Because it was a great game. That's how you know a game is great, when you play it more than once. If you just play it once, the game's trash. That's a fact. If a game can't make you ever go back to it again, then the game's just trash. Simple as that. It's trash. And there's a lot of games that I played that are like that. Trash. You just play them once because they're garbage. You never want to go back to them. Now, Last of Us, that's a game that I played probably about 3 times. Played it on the PS3, PS4, PS5. Yeah, 3 times. For a reason, the story's great. It's not really woke. The DLC is, though. And the story's not crap. Last of Us Part 2, the story's woke. The game's woke. And the story's just all over the place. The only good thing about Last of Us Part 2 is the gameplay. That's it. The story is garbage. That's a fact. No one cares about Joel. People are so emotionally attached to these characters. I didn't care. Really couldn't. It's a video game. It literally is a video game. I'm not emotionally attached to a character. But just make Last of Us Part 3. Start making these remakes or these remasters. Release. Just stop wasting time. All this garbage, this wasted effort. They could have released Last of Us Part 3 by now. But no, all we care about now is live service crap. Because that's typical PlayStation at this point. Live service garbage, and yet these Sony fanboys, like I said, that keep defending it. Oh, live service games, they're awesome. They're awesome. Alan Wake is the game of the year. Yet that game's still getting patches. I got a patch for that game the other day. So the game's a mess. Oh, but we're Remedy. We're Remedy. We wanted to make the game digital only, so the game would be polished. Yeah, how many patches have come out for that game since? Yeah, obviously garbage that was, wasn't it? See again, I said when I first saw this, cancel it. Just cancel it. Nobody's gonna care. It's a battle royale garbage, basically live service load of crap. No wonder. That's probably where all the time and effort is going because Neil Druckmann is confirmed. Oh, this hasn't been cancelled, this project. So there we go, right there. This is going to be a stupid battle royale that's riddled with microtransactions. Who cares about a battle royale? Stop making this crap. But I don't care about factions. I don't care about The Last of Us multiplayer either. That was on the PS3. Nobody plays it. Literally, no one plays it. It's dead. It's dead for a reason because it there's no point to it. There's no leveling system. It's just boring. Yes, it was fun back in the PS3 day era, but honestly, I'm not joking. Most of these games that these shows want to return, there's no reason to. They're dead. Red Dead Redemption on the PS4, PS3 is dead. No, hardly anybody plays it. It's time online gaming dies. It really is because it's just holding games back, and it's a cancer to the gaming industry. And you can't say it isn't, because how many online games now have been riddled with microtransactions, battle passes, and garbage like this? You think The Last of Us faction is going to be any different? But they've admitted it's a live service game. So what does live service mean? Just like kill the Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League. Yeah. Now again, look at this. The graphics are unbelievable on even on the remastered version. That's how you can tell that this garbage. Look at the textures. It's the same textures as Last of Us Part 2. So they've put no effort in at all. Absolutely pathetic. Trash. And again, the gameplay. This isn't 4K. Look at, there's no texture on his hair. This is laughable. Look at the graphics. Oh wow, you can play as Dina now, or whatever her name is. Who cares? So this mode in itself means that this is worth 70. No. Make the mode free. And you see you've only got about a minute. So it's just wave of enemies. That's all it is. It's wave of enemies. Or kill a bunch of enemies on the screen. That's all it is. And roguelike. Yeah, because if you don't make it roguelike, no one's going to play it, are they? Nobody's going to play it. Literally, on roguelike is just boring anyway. Basically, you die, you got to start all over again. Games like that I don't play. They're trash. You don't respect my time, I ain't going to respect the game. Tell me the massive graphics upgrade here. I don't see any. Looks the same as the PS4. I guarantee it looks like this if you just install the PS4 version. And they know that. That's why they're giving that $10 upgrade. Because they know. It reminded me of that Sony exclusive. The Ghost of Tsushima or whatever it's called. Where they were charging people. Basically, I think it was nearly 70 or 60 for the director's cut. And then if you wanted basically an upgrade, you had to pay like nearly 20. And it was believed that that version was riddled with bugs. And it was worse than the original version. So yeah, these companies have been doing this for a decade. Because of the idiots that keep supporting it. That's why it can, just like the idiots that support microtransactions. But again, does this look like a PS5 game to you? No, it doesn't. It looks like a PS4 game. Doesn't look like a PS5 game to me. And again, this is a cutscene as well, so it doesn't count. Most of these guitar plays is a form of cutscene. This is a cutscene as well. Let's be realistic. Does this look like a PS5 game? No, it doesn't. It just looks like a PS4 game, because it is. Look at the NPCs. Compare this to a game. As I said, I had to move because my shoulder was hurting. So yeah, compare this to actual PS5 games. This does not look like a PS5 game. Oh, this is meant for the PS5. Well, if it was meant for the PS5, why does it not look like a PS5 game then? Damn, even Mortal Kombat 1 looks better than this. That's saying something. And what even are these levels? What you doing on? Just wander around. No wonder they cut them out of the game. Who cares? You know, I can give you a far better game out there where the art is beautiful and the graphics are great. Scorn looks far better than this game. So again, includes new content. They claim this is new content, just outfits. Trash. Wow, Ellie can wear a spacesuit now. Like I care. Honestly, like I care. And again, game progression required to unlock this. See, again, you gotta play the game. You don't get it. Trash. The content sucks. Again, Abby doesn't look like a PS5 game. It looks like a PS4 game. Still looks like a PS4 game. And again, when this is on PC, again, I guarantee it's going to be a broken mess. And you want to know why they do that? It's done on purpose. It's money. It's to force you to go out and buy. They're not going to make the PC version superior to the PlayStation 5 version. That's just dumb. From a marketing point, that's going to lose you money. So that's why always the PC version runs like crap. They do it on purpose to force you to go out and buy a console because you got to think of it at a business point. If you release a game on PC, I mean, then again, you're still going to get money, but you want those monies from the console as well. Again, another cutscene, so this doesn't count. Again, the gameplays. Again, I can tell you that this is a. I'll even show you. It's just laughable. Give me a second. Last of Us, Part 1. No, Last of Us 2. 60 frames per second. PS4. I'm sure we can find some gameplay with it. And I can guarantee you it looks exactly the damn same. We'll just put one at random. Hopefully I don't get claimed for it. It looks exactly the same. I knew it would. Looks exactly the same. Tell me the difference. This is no graphics upgrade as well. It's just an illusion. You believe the load of crap that comes out of their mouth. So this was the upgrade patch, the free patch. This is not the one that's out now. So yeah, there you go. Looks exactly the same. Tell me the difference. Looks exactly the same. All they've done in that version is turn the contrast probably a little down. Same game. How good the graphics look on the PlayStation 4 version on a PS5, and they're gonna charge you $70 for a game that looks exactly the damn same. I know, of course, you saw Sony losers out there are gonna go, oh, it does look different. It does. No, it doesn't. Look how good it looks. It already looks like a PS5 game. So, it's a cash grab. Simple as that. This is clearly 4K, 60 frames per second, HDR, Ultra. That's probably on like an OLED TV. And we'll even put it. I don't think my laptop can handle that. If it starts messing around, I'll have to lower the quality. Don't look any different. Looks exactly the same. And this is a PS4 game running on a PS5. Of course, I got ads. So yeah, tell me the difference. Oh, I'm a Sony fanboy. I'm a Sony fanboy. Yeah, we already knew that anyway. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And that's what they're charging you for. Charging you for a game that has no upgrades. And you actually believe that they've upgraded the game. Nope. Why do you think it's got over? Again, let's go back. Again, 5 years ago. That's all they've done. They've turned the contrast up. This was over 5 years ago. Oh, 5 years ago, and the game still looks the same. This is a scam. This is an absolute scam. Oh, I wonder why they disabled the like to dislike ratio. Oh, that's right, because the game was woke. Yeah, it looks the same. It literally I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm really done. I'm done. This is no doubt a scam. Last of Us Part 2. We'll get the newest trailer. I'm gonna prove that this is nothing but a scam. That looks exactly the same. Trailer. Where's the trailer? Give me the videos. There it is, PlayStation. Do the same. They've literally just released the same trailer. And if you can hear noise in the background, that's my laptop. So yeah, we'll show you that they've not put any effort in at all. Scam. Scam. I didn't want to do that. Trying to make it bigger. There we go. Move this over here. Exactly the same. Looks exactly the same. And there you go. And that was over 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago they released this trailer. So again, they haven't upgraded it at all. No upgrade at all. They scammed you. And you believed that. You believed it. So you are willingly going to pay $10 for nothing. Look at it. Tell me the difference. As you can see, what does it say right there? Captured on PS5. So that's that there. This here, this right here, they're saying that's captured on PS5. Then why does it look exactly the same as the PlayStation 4 version? That's right, because they didn't do anything. They didn't even upgrade it. It's just a port, a scam. And you are going to buy it because you're an idiot. Look at this. It looks exactly the same. Yep. I'm done. They didn't upgrade it at all. They didn't upgrade it. This is the same thing as the GTA 5 expanded and enhanced. They've pulled that. Instead, it's Sony doing it. Look at the two images. There it is. It's exactly the same. And yet they claim that that's captured on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, sure it is. This is the PS4 version. This is the PS4 trailer right here. That's the PS5 one. So again, they've done the same thing that Rockstar did. I told you, wake up to the gaming industry. They don't care. These companies do not care. They are scamming you. They literally are. This is not false accusations or anything like that. Tell me what does that look any different? No, it doesn't. Doesn't look any different. It looks exactly the same. It's got the same lens flare, the same sunset, the same graphics. And they're like, all captured on the PS5, a mix of gameplay. Yeah, no, it isn't mix of gameplay. This is what you're getting. This is exactly what you are getting. Just a PS4 game, and they're going to claim it's an upgrade when it isn't. Why do you think they're charging you only $10? Because people are going to find out and say, hey, yeah, this isn't even an upgrade at all. By the time you realize that and believed all these little shills on YouTube like IGN, oh, this game is groundbreaking graphics and all these paid Sony shills, looks exactly the damn same. Says mix of gameplay. Yeah. No, this is what you're getting. You are getting the same game. You are getting the same game. Why would they show old footage in a trailer for a PS5 game? It makes no sense. That's what you get them. And they've admitted it. So by law, you can't say, oh, this is a scam because they showed you the footage. It's not really deceiving. They're showing you the same footage. You can't spot it. It's your own fault. Trash. It's the same game. We have proven, even with the graphics. Why would they show old gameplay? Why would they show old gameplay to promote a PS5 game? It makes no sense. If I wanted to sell a game and show the groundbreaking graphics of a new upgrade, why do you think why do you think there's so many dislikes? Because these people are saying, hey, that this game is not an upgrade at all. It's just a scam. So yeah, same game. They're selling you the same game again. Yes, there's probably a little upgrade, but it is not on the level of what they are promoting it as. They called it a remaster for a reason. It's not for the PS5 at all. A remake is built from the ground up, like we see with the Resident Evil 4 remake. They didn't call it a remaster, did they? A remake is not a remaster. A remaster is just doing the graphics, changing certain things, like we see with the RE1 remaster. They changed, well, you could basically say that's a remake, that it was, but remaster, they just up the graphics a little bit. That's it. And then slap on again, and they'll get away with it Because again, you Sony fanboys out there, you love it. You literally love it. Again, it looks exactly the same. Look at that video. Looks I don't even have to click on that stupid video. I can tell it doesn't even look any different. Trash. Garbage. Absolute garbage. We need a PS5 upgrade, not a remastered, but upgrade 10, remastered 80. Exactly. This better be again, and look at all these zombies, man. They're like, oh, I'll happily pay $10 for a remaster. Duh. Yeah, with no upgrades. No upgrades at all. Guess what? You've already got the remastered version. It's called Download the Day One patch. It runs at 4K, 60 frames per second. Oh, but I want that ray tracing in my game. I want that ray tracing because I'm a fake gamer. These companies know that that's all these fake gamers care about now. Graphics, ray tracing, 4K. So again, all they have to do is say, oh, it's got 4K in it. Oh, it's got 60 frames per second. Oh, it's got 120 frames per second. And these zombies, these fake gamers, will be like, yeah, I'll happily pay $70 for 120 frames per second because I'm a loser. I've never stepped foot outside my house. I don't care about frame rate. Really don't. These are the people that do not care about games at all. They're just frame rate elitists, just like the PC gamers. They're not real gamers. The fakes. The fake gamers. And no, it's not every single PC player, but the majority of PC game community is like, oh, 120 frames per second. How many frames do you need? Do you want 1,000 frames? Fake gamers. A game is not supposed to be realistic like a movie. It's what's killing the industry, killed the industry, these movie games. It should be a free upgrade. That's what it should be. It should be a free upgrade because there's nothing with it. Should have been free. And exactly this person says looks the exact same. Because it does. See, people actually have a brain. But these fanboys are like, oh, I see the graphics upgrade here. There is none. I just showed the gameplay. It's exactly the same. We compared a 4K gameplay playthrough that somebody posted on YouTube to that trailer. And those so-called screenshots of the new PS5 version, and it looked exactly the same. But again, continue to live in denial and think that these companies actually care about you when you're just money to them. Sony really be like, let's remaster this 3-year-old game. Not a single person in the history of the universe asked for it, but whatever. Also, let's ignore the billions of people who want. Again, I don't know what the obsession is with that Bloodborne game. It's trash. It really is. It's an overrated garbage Souls game, Dark Souls game. It's never going to happen. Let it go. No one cares about Bloodborne. No one does. It's trash. One of the most overrated garbage games that I've ever seen. It's trash, just like all the Dark Souls games. Elden Ring, trash. Dark Souls, trash. The trash games. Lies of P, trash. The majority of gamer doesn't care about Bloodborne. No one's asking for it. It's just the fanboys are. Remastered, just call it a cash grab. We just need a PS5 version, not a remaster. Exactly. And that's what I said. If this was a PS5 version, then yes. If it was like part 1, where the graphics were just unbelievable, then yeah, it'd be worth buying. But no, there's no upgrade at all. The lack of fact. This kind of makes me sad. Actually, this is ridiculous. Exactly. This is what y'all been up to instead of the oh my. People are really excited for that live service garbage. That's going to be dead. I guarantee you, if they release that, it's going to be dead in a year. Just the same as Suicide Squad, that'll be dead within a couple of months. Meanwhile, there are countless amazing games that are stuck on consoles from the 6th generation and before, just like Silent Hill. All the Silent Hill games. No, we're Konami. Let's just re-release the old Metal Gear Solid games that nobody cares about, but let's not actually give people what they actually want. The Silent Hill games from Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, 4, Homecoming, Downpour. No, let's not port those games. Let's not put those in the collection for the PS5. Let's just release Metal Gear Solid, the same collection that was on PS3. Yeah, trash. What is the reason? Again, money, that's the reason. Cash grab. Because, again, Sony fanboys. Again, if you love that, good for you. It's your opinion. Why is this getting remastered when it feels like it came out yesterday? Again, start with that remaster, Bloodborne. You hear that all the time. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for a reason because nobody cares. Literally, no one cares about Bloodborne. No one. Literally, nobody cares. Nobody wants it. There's not a massive, oh, a lot of people want it. No one cares. No one actually cares. It's just Souls fanboys that want it. If you really want Bloodborne, go emulate it on PC. There you go. There's your 60 frames. Still ain't playing this garbage. An excuse to resell for full price for one new game mode. Exactly. Nice cash grab. See, these people are awake. They actually have a brain. These people actually have a brain. And then, of course, you have this fanboy here. It costs $10. I think that's 70. So it's a huge step back up this time. That's right. Pay $10 for something that you've already got for an update. You've already got 60 frames. You've already got 4K. We just proved that in that gameplay. So, what do you really need? Oh, that's right. It's a little graphics upgrade. That and you'll pay $10 for that. Yeah. I guarantee these people when they walk into a restaurant or something, oh, just give us half of that food. Just give us a little bit of it. That's basically what this is. It's a little minor upgrade. It's not groundbreaking. It's more of a DLC. They just call it remastered for marketing. But no, really what it is, it's a director's cut. That's what it is. Let's be realistic now. It's a director's cut. There's no new graphics at all. Let's be realistic. It's not worth even 10 because there's no reason. Why would I pay 10 when I can just download an update and run it at 60 frames and it's free? So why would I waste $10 to get 60 frames when I already have it? It just shows how dumb people really are these days. I don't get it. If you've already got 60 frames and 4K, on The Last of Us 2 through a update, then why do you need more frames? Again, fake gamers. It's all they care about, graphics and all that. Should charge the title to the remastered of us. Now imagine they take the time, money and resources to make this and the original remake and instead get this make a new game. Wow. Again, they won't because they know they can just keep releasing the same crap over and over again. And you people will buy it. I mean, just a joke. This is all Sony can do now. Oh, Sony's the best console ever made. No, it isn't. It's trash just like Xbox is. So yeah, 55K. Let's go back to that garbage ass control garbage. Because no matter how much Sony pays these little shills and they pay these reviewers to give it a 10 out of 10, the real gamers out there can see right through this crap. So let's see if it's gone any. Where is the garbage? There it is. Oh, look at that, 16K. Good. They should get that to 100K. Dislike, bomb it like anything. It deserves it. Because they did not learn. They didn't learn from a year ago, did they? Oh, we're going to delay the game. They didn't listen to any of the criticism because these companies think they're better than everybody else. They think they know what they're doing, and this is just going to suffer the same fate as Volition with the Saints Row. They thought they knew everything, that they knew what they were doing, all that crap. And what happened? They went bankrupt. It's good. Same thing's going to happen here. Because I grew up with the Batman games. I played them on the 360. The old ones are classic games. Yes, they're full of occult symbolism. Well, Arkham Knight is. It's full of occult symbolism. But who really cares about that game? It wasn't even that good anyway. As far as me, it doesn't really exist. But there were the Asylum, Arkham City, and I think there was another one. Those were the only good Batman games. So they went from that to this crap. Greed. That's all it is, greed. And it'll suffer the same fate that Volition did. They'll go bankrupt. Be their own damn fault. When you think that you know better than the fans and what the masses want, it's your own fault. So yeah. It's trash, man. It really is. But again, you want to buy this, good for you. Go ahead and buy it. I couldn't care less. Really couldn't. But don't cry in the future when other companies do the same. When Rockstar charge, like again, Take-Two believes that, I don't know whether it's true, Take-Two believes that $70 for a Grand Theft Auto game is not enough. They ever charge like $100 or £100 for GTA 6? I ain't buying it. Simple as that. Then again, I'm probably not buying it anyway. It's woke crap. But it's just greed now. That's all it is. Well, that went well. Yeah, can care less, mate. I've got the money to buy it. I just have a brain. So yeah, go ahead. As I said, go ahead and buy it. I couldn't care less. I'm crying. Why would I cry? I've got the money. I've got the money for it. Man, Sony fanboy, loser. So yeah, woke really is part of the Satan that agenda anyway. It's part of Satan's agenda. There's a certain company that maybe I should make a video about it. There's a main company in the industry that is working on a lot of these AAA game companies now, and that's why every single game is woke. Look into yeah, I've already exposed NBA 2K and all the microtransaction garbage in it, and the witchcraft they implemented in the game. Well, I don't know about that. I don't play NBA, so I wouldn't have seen it. Xbox fanboy that plays mostly on PC. I'm not an Xbox. If you call me an Xbox fanboy, I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I don't even own an Xbox. So typical Sony. If you are calling it me, you're just a Sony fanboy. That's if you are calling it me. Or are you an Xbox fanboy? I mean, if you're an Xbox fanboy, don't really care. I'm not a fanboy of anything. I'm really not. Every console's garbage. Really is. That's just a fact. PC is far better. That's a fact. But I'm not a PC elitist either. I play games on what platform I want. Do survival horror, and then let's read what you should see. The Walking Dead game, best game of the year. Oh, uh, well, that game. Many people. I know what you're on about. I know exactly what you're on about. And I might actually buy it because so many people are saying this game is garbage because it's made by the same people that made the King Kong game, which again, the King Kong game was pretty trash, but it was far better than Golem. Let's be realistic. Golem didn't have boss fights. Yes, it's a low budget game, but it seems to be way more interesting than half of the crap that's out there. It really is. It's way more interesting than half of the crap that comes out today. Yeah, the game looks like crap. Graphics look like garbage. Animations look like crap. But looks like a fun game. Me, I don't really care. I'm not one of those people that go around bashing games that are indie. I prefer games like this. Yeah, it may suck, but gameplay looks fun. Looks fun. It has multiple decisions that you can make. But yeah, I'm not going to deny that the game looks like crap. I'm not going to deny that at all. Really ain't. I mean, you look at half of the games that have been bashed today by these reviewers, they're not as bad as people claim. I mean, Starfield was far worse. Game was trash. Indie games are far better. They really are. Yes, they're not on the quality of AAA games, but I don't care about graphics. Really don't. Even if a game looks like a mobile game, even if the game and the graphics look like PlayStation 1, don't bother me. It's the gameplay. If the gameplay's fun, I'm interested. So yeah, I already know about the Walking Dead game. I've seen streams of it. I've seen the gameplay of where you have to kill Rick. It is pretty funny. Basically, I think you have to fight him about 2 times. So yeah, I already know about that. So new survival game mode, adding in bits of story that was cut from the original game, new skins and guitar free play. Well, guitar free play trash. I can just go buy a real guitar and have way more fun with that. Two, skins. Who cares about that trash? Three, they cut the content on purpose just so they could charge people for it later. That's the way the gaming industry works. They do it with Resident Evil 4 Remake. They cut out separate ways just so they can charge people for it later on. It's the way the gaming industry is now. They cut out content and then charge you for it. Charge you for content that was already in the game from day one. But now they're going to make you pay for it. It's the way the gaming industry works. That's why I'm on PC. I have a top of the line setup. I own each console. Agree that PC is way better, and I also agree with my microtransaction point. The microtransaction point you made. It's good to see that people agree. They don't have to. People don't have to agree, like I said. Everyone has an opinion, but my opinion is microtransactions have killed the gaming industry. And I used to game on PC. I've gamed on every single platform out there. Nintendo, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, the Nintendo Wii, the Xbox original, the Xbox 360, the PS2, the PS3, the PS4, the PS5, PC, Steam, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Color, the Nintendo DS, the original Game Boy that was in black and white. So you see, I actually grew up with gaming. I'm a real gamer. I grew up with all of it. So I know how the gaming industry has become a joke now. It really has. It's become a joke. And every game's woke now. And there's one last thing that I thought I'd mention. I brought it up in the last live stream. And this will not be in GTA 6. Because again, we all know why. It's offensive. I didn't even know. Never knew. I mean, then again, I never paid attention. I never went to the strip club or anything like that in the game, so. This. This'll be you won't see any of this. I mean, it kind of exposes that Rockstar was going woke anyway, because you can only dance with this certain individual on the GTA Online. You'll understand why in a minute. She is one of the strippers who cannot be taken home. She has a notable, deep voice and is voiced by a male voice actor, suggesting that she may be transgender. Although when Peach offers another dance, her voice changes to that of one of the other strippers. And when she is paired with another, her lips sometimes move without any actual dialogue. So yes, surprised they didn't remove it. I'm honestly surprised they didn't remove it, because that would have been classed as offensive. But again, that makes it woke anyway. If you know anything, Rockstar was going woke anyway. There's a lot of stuff in GTA 5 that hints towards wokeness. So yeah, it's fun to make this video. Sony fanboys can defend this as much as they want, because they always do. They defend anything that Sony does. Yeah, if you want to buy it and pre-order it, then go ahead. Waste $70, and in the future, when there'll be no doubt they'll remake the game again whenever the PlayStation 5 Pro comes out, or the PS6, and they'll charge you $80, and you'll buy it again. They'll literally, well, I guarantee you, they'll release the same game again in a couple of years. Guarantee you. They did it with The Last of Us 1. Just look at the track record. Last of Us PS3, PS4. That was called the Remastered. Then they brought out a remake. Last of Us 2, the original on the PS4. Now they're making a remastered version. Then, next will come along a remake. And they'll do the same thing with Last of Us Part 3. They'll sell you Last of Us Part 3. It'll probably be a PS6 exclusive. And then the PS6 Pro will come out. They'll sell you the same game again. They'll probably make a Last of Us 3 remastered. And then they'll bring out a remake again. Because they can get away with it. Because people keep buying it. It's just a fact. So yeah, just wanted to make this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Next video will be on BitChute, because I wasn't really planning on making a video until seeing this. So yeah, take care.